Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Needless to say, this is a monumental day for UAB Athletics. With me, to my left, I have UAB Director of Athletics, Mark Ingram, and to my right, I have UAB President, Dr. Ray Watts, and UAB Chancellor, St. John. We'll have statements from all three of these men, and then we'll open up for questions. So with that, I'll pass it off to Director of Athletics, Mark Ingram.
Thanks, Ted. Thanks for putting this together so quickly, and thank all of you for being here on such short notice. As Ted indicated, obviously this is a tremendous day for our program and for our university. I want to thank Dr. Watts and Chancellor St. John and our board for such tremendous support that they provided us, not just recently, but over the last 6.5 years that I've been here, but certainly on this item specifically, their support has been tremendous and should not go unnoticed. I want to also thank Mike Oresco, the Commissioner of the American Athletic Conference, and all of our peers. We're excited about the opportunity, and we know that this is something that our coaches and our student athletes are looking forward to embracing. I've got a meeting with our student athletes later and look forward to that conversation with them. So this is obviously a great day, and we put a plan together when I came on board May 1st of 2015. Dr. Watts said, we want excellence in everything we do. And so every time we've had an opportunity to break ground or cut a ribbon on a new facility, we have made a statement that resembles something to the effect of, we want to provide a world-class experience for our student athletes that mirrors the world-class education that they're getting in the classroom at UAB. And we feel like we're doing that. We've been putting this plan in place, constantly improving and renovating our facilities, which gives our coaches the opportunity to go recruit great student athletes. You recruit great student athletes, and you get great results on the field and on the court. And that has led to this moment here today. So thank you all for being here. And with that, I want to introduce our president, Dr. Ray Watts. Dr. Watts?
Well, we are proud to have accepted an invitation from the American Athletic Conference to be a new member. And we are very excited about this development, and there are so many people to thank. Joining the American will increase our exposure and raise the profile of the institution and enhance competitive opportunities for our student athletes and coaches. There are so many people to thank for the momentum that's been built in UAB athletics. I can't thank enough Chancellor Finis St. John, his team at the University of Alabama system, and our Board of Trustees for their enthusiastic and unwavering support of both this development, but of all things UAB and all things UAB athletics over many years. I also want to recognize Athletic Director Mark Ingram and all the student athletes and the coaches and the Department of Athletics staff who worked so hard, and we're so glad they're here today to celebrate with us. Their tireless work to make UAB athletics what it is today is deeply appreciated. We also couldn't have done this without the UAB Athletics Foundation and our alumni, which has been instrumental to the ascension of UAB athletics. Elected officials and business leaders in Birmingham, the mayor and the council, in Jefferson County, the commission, and beyond throughout the state of Alabama have been so supportive of us, and we are deeply appreciative. Just look at this world-class facility we're standing in today. I just talked to Mark about how terrific this is. This is a room for recruiting potential new student athletes, and it's beautiful, and this stadium is outstanding. We knew it was going to be great, but it's even greater than we expected, and the BJCC and all of our partners have just been terrific, and we can't thank them enough. To all UAB students, faculty, staff, alumni, donors, and fans who have taken pride in UAB and supported UAB athletics and building the excitement about this. We've had the opportunity in recent days to meet with all of our constituents, and there has been unanimous, enthusiastic support for UAB joining the American and for renewing some old rivalries and making some new ones. And we are planning to win. I told the commissioner that we're coming to the conference and we plan to win championships and pursue excellence in all that we do. And I think that you can see what's happened. We're pleased to have been charter members of Conference USA. And so us leaving Conference USA is bittersweet, 25 years. And we've been a loyal member, and they've been loyal to us, the conference, and our other universities that are part of Conference USA. And I want to recognize them and thank them. And we look forward to continuing competing with them in the coming weeks and the coming months. Commissioner Oresco was extremely positive and helpful throughout the discussions that we had, and we couldn't be more exciting. And I know that Chancellor St. John shares our enthusiasm, and he's been there at each step of the way supporting us in anything that we need. So at this time, let me introduce the University of Alabama System Chancellor Finus St. John.
Well, I'll be brief, but I just want to congratulate Mark and Dr. Watts and all the folks at UAB for this latest accomplishment and the strive to excellence that we have come to expect from UAB. You know, this is another example of how important in its 51-year history that UAB has been to this city, to this state, and to the world. And the athletic success is a tribute to working together that this university has shown that it could do. This success, along with this stadium, shows what happens when a city, a university, its students, its leadership, its alumni, business leaders, legislative delegation, city, county, the foundation, when they work together, the Board of Trustees of the University of Alabama System, when they work together, this is what happens. And without the support of any one of those, it wouldn't have happened. So it's an inspiration to those of us who work every day and like to see people accomplish important things by working together. So I'm honored to be a part of it. I offer the greatest congratulations that I possibly could from the board. They are enthusiastically supportive and excited about this, and we look forward to even greater days ahead. So thank you very much.
We'll now open it up for questions. If you do have a question, please raise your hand, and we'll have that microphone right there. Please indicate who the question is for.
This is for Mark. Mark, as one of the more ambitious athletic directors, obviously this has probably been a goal of yours for quite some time. What was the genesis of this effort, or the first official, unofficial conversation to get the momentum started to make this happen?
Evan, our goal has been to be the very best that we can be within ourselves. Let's be as good as we can possibly be. Let's be competitive locally, then regionally, and then nationally. That's really been the goal. And we've taken that approach with every one of our sports teams. And we're not where I want to be yet, quite frankly. But we are making the kind of progress that we want to make. And that's really what's led to this.
This is for Mark. When do you expect this to take effect, and what's the biggest upside of this move, in your opinion?
Well, to answer your question on when, that's still unclear and left to be determined to the conference office. But, the affiliation institutionally with other tremendous brands like, not to single anybody out, but, Rice, Tulsa, Tulane, SMU, the Naval Academy. I mean, we're just thrilled for that, and the opportunity to renew our rivalries with Memphis. The old Battle of the Bones is back, man, and so that's really exciting for our fans. And from a student recruitment standpoint, Dr. Watts and I met with Pam Benoit, our provost, and she talked about the ability to take our brand to other major cities for student recruitment. That has nothing to do with athletics, but it allows athletics to market and promote our great university in these other great cities and recruit the best and brightest students that we can here to UAB.
This for Mark also. So many of your fellow athletic directors who are joining this league talked about their in-state rivals. You, of course, don't have one of those. You just kind of mentioned Memphis. Talk about that rivalry, and you mentioned just a moment ago that this is not as far as you want to go. What is your aspiration?
Well, our aspiration, and to clarify that comment, is we have some sports we haven't been able to do enough for yet. We've been able to do things for a lot of our sports teams, but we still have needs and we still have goals, and we still aspire to put them in a position to be successful at a championship level. To your point, some of the other ADs on this morning's call talked about geography more than anything else, and we have that with Memphis, not to mention, which is 2.5 hours up the road, but not to mention we are the geographic center of the American Athletic Conference, so that puts us in a position to be able to go east and west very easily.
Without revealing details, obviously that's something y'all can't do yet, but what could be the economic impact, with joining this conference in relation to just what y'all can do on a facility as well as just, everywhere else in other areas besides, the major sports?
The opportunity to promote our brand on ESPN, a national platform, is tremendous, and that's one of the things that we're really excited about. In addition to the rivalries that will renew and the competition, we wouldn't be doing this, Evan, if it weren't beneficial to us.
Quick follow-up, does that have a bigger impact on your operational budget as an athletic department?
I think we would assume that it will, but again, those details are not being shared at this time. But again, we wouldn't be doing this if this wasn't something we saw to be beneficial.
You mentioned before, of course, that you are basically the geographic center of the league. Do you have any idea how the league will be aligned, east, west, divisions, and the like?
One of the things that was talked about on this morning's press conference was how well Commissioner Oresco communicated to all of us, and then that topic specifically, divisions, was something that he and I talked about, that I asked him about. Because of our geography, I wanted to know kind of, what he was thinking. And his response was, Mark, we want you to be a part of that conversation. And we've discussed that we're going to have that conversation, but we haven't had it. And so I really appreciate that from his standpoint and his existing membership, that they had been so thoughtful to say, hey, let's not make that decision. Let's involve our new members in that conversation.
Not to dominate this conversation, but obviously you were charter members of Conference USA. You're now moving to the AAC. This is not personal, as in a slap at your current conference home. It is something that you feel you need to do for the growth of your program. Talk about that, please.
Yes. To your point, and to Dr. Watts' point, we are proud charter members of Conference USA, and we're going to continue to be diligent and promote that league and promote our association with it. We're going to compete hard for championships this year and beyond. So, it's been a wonderful group of people to work with. The student athletes and coaches and the administrators from all those other institutions are wonderful folks that we've enjoyed aligning with. And this is just an opportunity that's been presented to us that we felt like was right for us at this time.
Do we have any questions for Dr. Watts or Chancellor St. John? All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. To the media, there's an opportunity at football at 5:30. Thank you all for being here, and go Blazers.